Week 5. 4-0 Panthers. Go to the 4-0 Patriots, who have a pretty good offense. This is the team that we traded Puka Nacua to. He's one of their top players. They're third in the league in defending the run, fifth in passing, fourth in rushing, third in scoring. Two great offenses going head to head. We're 4-0, so is Tampa Bay, surprisingly. Manning leading the league in passing yards. Looks like he's tied for the league lead in touchdowns. Scorton with 10 fucking sacks through 4 fucking games. Dude, guy's on the fucking path. J.C. Horn leading with interceptions. Let's see. I re-signed Moko Fisi, our center, and Taylor, our running back. Yeah, those two guys extended their contracts. The rest I'll probably wait till the end of the season. Give them, give me time to see. But I can tell you right now, I'm not re-signing Dale Jackson Jr. Likely will re-sign him. Likely. Yeah, not going to re-sign Mike Green. And then I'm not sure about the rest. Most likely these two. So, but we'll see. Probably these two as well. We'll see though. I mean, they don't cost that much money. Anyway, all right. Let's take a look at their staff. Mike Kafka, vertical zone run, and they run a 4-3. They had the number 1 pick in the draft, even with having a great quarterback. So they're starting right tackle out. I think they're starting strong safety, and I don't know about this guy. All right, you got Drake May, who's pretty on par with Arch Manning. Travion Henderson, Puka, this young kid named Dazon Stribling, Quentin Johnston, Cure, Will Campbell, Aaron Banks, William Sanders, Robert Hunt. We traded him to the Browns. They didn't re-sign him. Now he's with the Patriots apparently. David Sanders Jr., second-year tackle. This guy was a top pick. I can't remember how high, but I'm pretty sure he was like a top 10, top 5 pick. And then last year they picked this guy. This last draft they picked him number 1 overall. Zion Ely out of Maryland. The tackles aren't that great, but they do have a strong back 4. All right. All right. So whose turn is it this time to I think it's Travis Hunter's turn to be wide receiver number 3. But weekly strategy. What are we gonna do here? Probably be best if we stuck to short pass, but also they say we should throw it short. I'm gonna throw it medium. Just keep doing what we do. I'm wondering if I'm ever gonna need to change that. And yeah, it's ready to go. They signed some Lions have signed Kendrick Raphael. I don't know. I kind of hate it when they assign us players, but I do like it when they turn out to be good players. I guess that doesn't hurt. I just don't have any roster spots to where I'm even looking right now. the people I put on practice squad. I'm just hoping they make it. All right, let's go with this. Looks good to me. I got to remember, change the depth chart before we start the game.
It's week 5 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Robert Woods. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Panthers and the Pats, and it's coming up
in the next 2 years. He's going to get us a haul.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass.
And it's either going to be
Charles Davis,
North Sellers or Christopher Vizina.
Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
I'm pretty sure, is there a way to where I could extend their contracts next year? I don't know. I'm going to find out. All right. Wide receiver. Okay. Move everyone up. 1. There we go. Hunter Horn Jr., then Brown. Check out the slot receiver. That's fine. And then we're also going to be changing the cornerback. I want to switch these up too. So this time it's going to be Fields and then, okay. We're kind of going to do the same thing with the corners as we do with the receivers. And then, of course, that could change if I see someone, you know, maybe they're playing well and they just have one bad play. I'm just going to make a change. But of course, you know, when you're facing a Puka Nacua and a Drake May, I may not be so quick to react because they're just really good players.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Yeah, and you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. To the air, May. That's caught, Puka Nacua. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On play action, May. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, May with it.
Damn.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's May. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On the counter, it's Henderson. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it? Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And normally in this spot, we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time, it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games.
Damn it, man.
The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put...
Look at this Patriots defense.
Sometimes they're so good. I wonder if I should get rid of it.
In the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you
wait a little longer before
you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. In motion goes the tight end. They'll throw with May.
Oh, he caught it. The fucking rookie again, man.
And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad.
That's Puka.
But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a 1st and goal. I have a feeling that kid's going to be elite. So after the INT, it's Manning. he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and his early struggles
continue. Going to be one of those games.
Here's another one intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically
last guy was
bad
Bo
plays
Nix,
far.
man.
That streak
6 interceptions.
is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
I like it when Nomura makes
So
plays.
here are the Panthers set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
All right, goal to get.
Manning gonna throw.
Oh, come on.
And that'll be incomplete. Now you look at this Patriots defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw. May. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 3rd down and 1.
Number 4 is on Puka.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. From the gun to give to Henderson.
Oh, come on, Peyton.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more on that one and another first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Henderson running straight ahead. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 25. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. Play action. May.
Oh,
and he's going to go down here. A sack. They
Another
push him
one.
back to
That's
the 34.
11.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He's got the accuracy.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Panthers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Throwing now is Manning.
Oh, my God.
Quick throw, but incomplete.
What is wrong with him, bro?
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on
I
that.
think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now Manning. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Oh, that's the fucking
It'll be
number 1 overall pick.
7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now Manning. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Manning.
I could have told you just don't get sacked, you dumb fuck.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
God damn it.
Competition
We
comes up
drafted
in
him.
so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times.
Oh, now he looks like he
sacks
belongs.
last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And down he'll go at the 25. They'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They're fucking cheating, bro.
They'll come up now
Pats
on
are
a
cheating
2nd
again.
and long after the hold. Throwing here is May. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw, it's May. Oh, it's a screen pass.
Beautiful.
It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Damn.
They'll let this go for the end zone.
Got it. Oh, he dropped
this one incomplete.
Oh, my God,
Couldn't
bro.
hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy
what
of
an
the line
asshole.
to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line
Starting
was,
to look like
and they didn't let them
T-Mac
get
out
anywhere
there.
near it.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings us 2nd and 9.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Off the play fake. Here's May. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Ouch.
In motion left, Carter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Number 86, there you go, baby.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Dow.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this number 1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 49-yard punt. 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Here's Manning to throw. That one complete to Ligon. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Manning now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Oh, they can't go deep to him.
Throwing
They're
is
in zone.
Manning.
They're in zone.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Manning. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Damn. Look at. Okay, 52. Find that shit.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Oh.
From the shotgun, it's May.
God damn it.
And he's got
Dumb
a man
fucking
complete.
idiot.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers.
And they go play action with May. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Quentin Johnston, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Manning. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw is Manning. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Manning. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun.
Oh, my
Manning.
God.
And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And this one is right down the middle, and they have regained the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. To the air, May. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. The Seahawks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. The Jets seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Manning. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that.
See, there's that other tight end that's just
on 3rd down.
Always going to, just seems like he's always open.
Working from the gun, Manning. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively. to force the incompletion, and more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field.
You know what I'm going to do?
And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Yeah. You're fucking benched, bro. Don't care if they're not your fault.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
To make a splash.
They go play action now. May. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll throw with May. Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here.
What was that?
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Manning going to throw. Got a man. That's Liggett. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Manning. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange
Unless you lost it, man. I just don't feel that good about it.
Still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor.
There we go.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Manning. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a second down and 4. Manning. The Sanders has got it complete. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, Carolina.
Back to throw. Manning looking middle, and that's complete.
Nice, Horn Jr.
Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing here is May. Over the middle, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll set up the screen.
Get him, Riker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
Who's going in motion?
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Manning to throw.
And
that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Manning. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Manning.
Oh, beautiful.
And he's got it. Touchdown,
Horn
Panthers.
Jr. 2 TDs.
A great
baby.
play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
May now off the bootleg. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's May.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Okay.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Manning now to throw.
That one complete to Ligon.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Manning. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw. Manning.
Oh my goodness.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
That was actually fucking nice.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Wow, okay.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On play action, May.
Oh my goodness.
That went out wide and intercepted.
Richie gets a fucking pick and he's running. Is he going?
Now
he's going. Nice.
And he'll take this into the end zone.
That's the kind of shit I want to see from a free safety. Oh.
So let's see what this is about.
Fucker. Oh. Damn it. Oh.
So call off the pick six.
Damn.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Oh, my goodness.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown.
Talk about a turn of events.
Quentin Johnston.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Take it back to the fucking 2. Can he do it?
And he's got daylight.
He can do it.
It's a foot race.
Fucking Peyton Wilson, baby.
Oh my goodness. All the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Wow. Okay. We got fireworks here in fucking Foxborough. Oh my goodness. That's kind of amazing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Finding Sanders on the crossing route.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football. Maybe a little.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. taking it in from 11 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. New England's offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to throw, May.
Steps away to his left. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's May. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here's May. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. To the air, May.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Panthers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Good running game. Four fucking drops. This one was fucking nice. One-handed. One-handed scoop. Okay, yeah, that was good. The fuck is this? Oh, this was so nice. Come on, man. That's offensive pass interference. Alright, hopefully Sanders isn't out for too long. Or at all. Damn it. 6 fucking weeks. Well, that's why we have tight ends. Alright then. So much for the receiving crown, if you will. Riley Williams, here's your shot, bro. Just dawned on me that the Bucks are 4-0 with Ejiro Rivero as their coach. Harry, I'm talking about. How surprising they are. You know what? Let's look at how the Dolphins 1-4. Okay, Brad Isaac. Who? What's the other first round pick we got? Saint. Oh, wait a second. It's not the fucking. It's the Saints, not the Bucks. And the Vikings. Okay. Why did I keep thinking we had the Bucks? That was last year. Saints and the Vikings. All right, Bills coming to Carolina. So right now it's just us and the Giants. Shitload of 1-4 teams. Their star left guard is out. Josh Allen, Derek Cooper. He's a rookie. What else? Good inside backer. Rookie. This was, I believe, their first round pick. No. I don't know. 80 overall. Darian Strong. It's going to be a tough game. He has horrible accuracy. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. I wanted to see this kid that we drafted, had to put on the practice squad. And I don't know who picked him up, but who the fuck is he? There he is. 66 overall. Alright, that'll do it. Until next time, play the